There's something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! What up, Ghostbusters fans? This is Sean Long of LongshotDreams.com bringing another Ghostbusters movie toy review. This time of the Ghostbusters 2 Toys R Us exclusive 4-pack. So here we got the packaging of the 4-pack. Has a nice little window. This is the first variant of it, which has Slimer in the middle. And the Ghostbusters 2 logo right there. Has the only a Toys R Us logo. It says we're back right there. Has all the Ghostbusters names. Egon Spengler, Winston Zeddemore, Peter Venkman, and Ray Stantz. It says Ghostbusters right there, Adult Collector, Ghostbusters 2. On the back here, besides saying Ghostbusters 2, has a little personnel file of all the Ghostbusters. Says we're back. Has little things on little quotes of what each of the Ghostbusters say. Like hates, has Winston saying he hates gelatin desserts, which is awesome little thing. Egon, wait, Shudamata, could you move please? And Peter, and said we're the best, we're the beautiful, we're the only Ghostbusters. Has a little picture of them. From the end of Ghostbusters 2 when they're in the painting. It says for more Ghostbusters figures go to MattyCollector.com if you don't mind the heartache. But yeah, very cool. My PK meter is picking up signs of paranormal activity. We better open up and get the Ghostbusters now! So we got our Ghostbusters 2 team and they look amazing. They're sculpted by the Four Horsemen. These are basically repaints of the Matty Collector single figures that we got. But let me take a little closer look. It is painted in the same color scheme as we saw their suits in bits and pieces of Ghostbusters 2, and the more darker gray. And it also has the Ghostbusters 2 logo as opposed to Ghostbusters 1. And also you can see that it doesn't have the sculpted gloves on there as we saw in Ray, Egon, and Winston. But it does include that little yellow holder part that we saw in there. I forgot what it was for, if it was the radio or the slime blower or Proton Pack, but it does have the same belt. Has all the tubing. The tubing is also clear. I'll show it more in each individual comparison, but the Proton Pack is once again nicely detailed with all the little cords, and even has the reds in there for where the lights would be. The same rubbery plastic, so it's pretty. It's a little stiffer, I noticed, but still works really good. I also noticed the difference, like say with Peter, that the skin tone is a little bit darker. And like I said, you can see the differences with the Ghostbusters logo right there. Well, and with the belt, yeah, that it's more, has the film accurate yellow pouch right there. And one thing that's still cool, they kept Peter's pants out tucked instead of tucked in like the other guys. So that was a really cool little nod. And it has, of course, their name tag on there. Egon has a little noticeable differences. On the new release, it's more, his glasses are silver instead of black. His hair is also a little bit lighter. I don't know if it's also because he's a little bit older than, like 5 years older than this one, but that's a little noticeable differences. And of course the skin tone. Ray is pretty much the same figure. The paint job, like I said, just the skin tone, but the hair is painted the same. Now Winston also has a film accurate difference. In the second movie, he didn't have a mustache. See here, they didn't paint a mustache on him, which is really cool that they made sure that to make it film accurate instead of how he looked with the mustache. And also, of course, his hands are painted to match his skin tone, of course, which should be accurate since they're all not wearing gloves. Oh, by the way, that's a big thing. None of these figures are wearing gloves, including Peter. Ray, Egon. That was really stupid. What are we, Ghostbusters or NSYNC? Ooh, can I be Justin Timberlake then? Bye. For articulation, all four figures have the exact same articulation. Their heads can fully rotate, go up and down. Arms fully rotate, go in and out. They bend at the elbow, rotate at the elbow, rotate at the wrist. They do have waist articulation, full waist articulation. Legs can go forward and back, in and out, bend at the knee, rotate at the upper part of the leg, and their feet do go forward and back, and pivot side to side, so that's really cool. And even though Peter, his pants are tucked out, it doesn't hinder his articulation too much. Just like the single Winston figure, the 4-pack comes with a trap, which has the foot pedal on the actual trap that can open up. It can be a little tricky, of course, to open up, but there you go. But you can actually open it up. Unfortunately, like the Winston figure, it doesn't come with the cool little trap stream included. But this one does have some little paint on the bottom, unlike this one, so it has some little chipped off paint look, which is very cool. So at least it's nicely detailed, even though the handle is also a little warped too. And of course, this 4-pack gets the friendly logo Slimer, which still has that nice green translucent plastic and the paint detail in his mouth and his eyes, and the arms still rotate and go in and out a little bit, bend at the elbow, rotate. It also comes with a clear stand. I noticed this Slimer seems to not balance as well, so that's why I have it facing the front instead of the back here. But you can see it's really pretty much the same Slimer, except I do notice that the little black around here isn't visible, or they don't have it on here, so they put a little bit more detail on this one. Also, the tone is a little bit fading in paint, more so than this one, so that's the only difference. Also, each of the Ghostbusters figures include their own little Santa hat, which was shown in the little scene in Ghostbusters 2. It's a nice little cotton Santa hat, but it can be a little tricky putting on them, but I'll put them on them real quick. Here they are in their Santa Claus hats, ready to bust ghosts during the holiday seasons. You can see the Santa Claus hats fit them pretty good. They're a little tricky to put on, especially I noticed like Ray and Egon, but Peter and Winston were pretty okay to put on. It just, I guess, depends on the shape of their head. We're the best, we're the beautiful, we're the only Ghostbusters. We're back, Ghostbusters back, alright. What the hell, we're Backstreet Boys now? Suck in your guts, we're Ghostbusters. You're right, let's call it a day. So what do you think, Chinese? How about Italian? Nah, too spicy. Greek? Mexican. Pizza. Did somebody say pizza? Size comparison time. So here you can see that each of the 4 Ghostbusters figures are pretty much the same size. I mean, it's hard to tell with the Santa Claus hats, but you can see with Slimer on the stand that he's pretty much also in the same scale as them. And you can see that they are a little bit smaller than, say, like an Iron Man figure, but a good size with other movie masters like the Joker there. Now, if you're a fan of Ghostbusters, this is a must-have 4-pack. Even if you bought all these figures individually from AniCollector.com, the differences in paint with the Ghostbusters 2 logo and their belts, and with the Santa Claus hats, you get an extra trap, an additional Slimer with stand. I mean, for $60, this is definitely a must-have. It's a great deal, especially if you can find this for even cheaper, like $50. It's a steal. But yeah, definitely these are awesome figures with great articulation detail. The 4 Horsemen did a great job, and definitely for your Ghostbusters fan out there, this is definitely a great Christmas present. Hope you guys enjoy my review. You have a happy holidays, and this is Sean Long saying till next time. I'm Batman. And I'm Iron Man. Whether you're a Marvel or you're a DC, there's one thing we have in common. We have alter egos. And both of us shop at Alter Ego Comics. From Hot Toys, Sideshow collectibles, and replicas and more. They take pre-orders and PayPal, and they know how to be a superhero. Okay, Batman, we'll go shop at Alter Ego Comics, then drinks are on me. Why you wanna drink me? Well, Batman, you need a donut and a cough drop. Shut up, Stark. Hey kids, we're the Ghostbusters, wishing you warm tidings this holiday season. Remember, if there's something strange in the neighborhood, who are you gonna call, Slimer? Pizza Hut! Slimer, that's not right. Geez, you're green and love pizza. I swear, you might as well be a Ninja Turtle.